I do my
Why
best
do I try
every day.
so hard?
I know,
What's
but
the
I
point?
didn't do it.
I'm not worth it.
I'm still here. I am a person, not a charity
I am
case.
such a burden.
Why am I even thinking this?
Why can't I just be human?
Should I fix my appearance
Be
more?
kinder and more patient?
Just stop it!
If you'd like to introduce yourself to the people who are watching.
Yeah, of course. My name is Frabizio Daniele. I was born and raised in Switzerland, but I currently live in Los Angeles, and I'm an actor slash filmmaker.
Great, great. And the film that you won an award for is called Enough.
Yes.
Okay. How did you come about the idea for that? What were you trying to address?
You know, I had the idea in my head for a very long time. I always wanted to share my opinion on how people feel about their insecurities, and I wanted to find a way to help them with a short film, you know. That was the main idea, and then from there we took it and ran with it. I mean, to be honest, I think I would have had time to do it earlier, but I never had that drive to go with it and see what could happen. So I always had just this idea in my head, but I never like put it on paper or I did anything with it. And then one day I said, you know what, I have a lot of time right now. Let me see what can come out of this, you know?
Right. So basically the pandemic gave you the opportunity to be able to realize this idea.
For sure, yeah, 100%, yeah.
Right. So well, that's a benefit for you, actually. And we were quite impressed with your short film. It's over 3 minutes long, as I remember.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's something that people can actually watch on their mobile phones.
Absolutely, yeah. And that was the idea, you know. I wanted to be as simple and short as possible, you know. The good thing was the crew was very small. We only had one actress, Autumn Hobsson, and so that was very simple to organize. And we're all friends, so we're all been already around each other. So there was nothing new. We didn't have to go through the whole COVID protocol because we already work with each other. So that was very easy for us to approach. The more difficult part was as you can see in the movie, there are some shots where you see Ivy 3 times, right? And I'm not a filmmaker. I never studied filmmaking, cinematography, or editing, right? So I had to do a lot of research and call a lot of friends on how to solve that problem so that I can see her 3 times on the screen. That was probably the biggest challenge at that point.
Because when you watch it, and if you're a filmmaker, you're probably thinking, oh, they used green screen, but as far as you've told me previously, that wasn't the case.
No, we did think about it. I did think about using a green screen, but the location we had was this theater, and the darkness behind her was so black already, so dark, that I wanted to leave that. I didn't want to do something digital. So then we came up with the idea of just filming her 3 times throughout that whole monologue, and do both reactions from the side person. Just make sure that none of the 3 parts will cross into each other, so that both we could like crop it in and move it in. Yeah.
Right. It must have been quite unusual for the actress, for Autumn, you said, yeah, for Autumn to actually visualize the other characters that she was talking to, because she wasn't talking to one character, she was talking to 2 characters.
Yeah, and the both characters were herself. Yeah.
For herself, yeah.
A challenge for her, but it was also a challenge for me directing it, because I always had to keep in mind, okay, now she's saying this, so in the camera I will be seeing this, but also her reaction. So I had to know who would be where and where would she be talking to, you know? That was quite challenging too.
Yeah, so performance-wise and technically, it was quite challenging for you.
For such a short film, yeah, for
For
sure.
such a short film, yes, yes, I can understand that. I
Agreed.
mean, since we've been going as a film festival, we actually haven't we've had shorts with visual effects in, okay, that's fine, but we haven't had one character playing three different characters and so forth. So it was very unique in that sense, you
Okay.
know. And I suppose what I would like to ask you now is the actual subject matter. And you mentioned previously that it was people lacking self-confidence in themselves. And this has come about because of your experience living in America of the behavior of people.
Yeah, yeah, you know, I've seen it many, many times. I've seen it over and over where people just don't trust themselves, where people just try to please. They try so hard that they try too hard and they forget what truly matters in life, you know? And I've been having these thoughts. I've been doing a lot of research and I've been watching a lot of podcasts and listening about different opinions and psychology aspect of it, you know, how we as humans grow up with this need for love, right? The ultimate
Yes.
need of every person, of every character is always love. And it's so hard that we try so hard to find it, and we try so hard that we go and change who we truly are. And that was the idea of her. That's why I put her as an actress, because I see actresses struggle the most with the way they look, the way they are, how good they
Mm.
are, how what they think of of themselves, you know. And it was just important to me that whoever watches it, whoever is that young girl or young woman who's watching this, that she can look in the mirror and say these words to herself, that she is enough, you know, because she
So,
truly is.
so that's the message, the core message of your
Absolutely.
film is that uh, you already have the confidence. You should
Yeah.
trust yourself, okay, and not judge yourself by other people's values.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. You are good the way you are. You are perfect the way you are, with all your flaws, with all your talents, you know?
Right. Well,
Yeah.
we're hoping that it will reach a much wider audience. We know
Yeah.
for a fact it will be screening in Auckland, New Zealand as well,
That's
where
all.
we have our other film festival, because we're quite international. We're in one, two, three countries. And before the pandemic started, we were holding a festival every quarter.
Right. Yeah, I saw
And
that.
that's what we're hoping to get back to once this pandemic is all over with, which hopefully will be in the next 5, 6 months. You
Yeah.
know, well, that's what everybody's hoping for, to get back to a normal, whether it's a new normal or whether it's the old normal. You
Absolutely.
know, you know. So, you've been an actor for a long time. You've studied in Switzerland, and you managed to get a scholarship to attend an acting school in LA.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Could you mention the name? It just slipped my mind at the moment.
The American Academy of Dramatic Arts.
The American Academy of Dramatic Arts. And you graduated from there this year?
No, 2019.
2019. Okay. And you've also got your own YouTube channel, which is particularly looking at the different cultures and the languages, the food in Europe.
That's
Okay.
It's both. It's Europe and the US, you know.
Europe and the US.
But I love Europe, and my goal is to bring them closer to each other, to get rid of some of of what people think about each other, you know, those things.
Well, that's a commendable effort, actually, enlightening people about different cultures and different languages. And we all love food, so food is the connecting glue there, you know? Yes. What are you looking at to achieve in the next 12 months with regards to your acting and your filmmaking?
What I know for sure is that I will be going back to Switzerland in April, and I'm doing a theater production there. I just got the confirmation a couple of weeks ago. We're doing this great comedy called Don't Dress for Dinner in Switzerland, in my hometown, and I never played there before, so I'm really
great. That's fantastic.
I'm really
fantastic.
Excited. Sorry, I have to change the angle a little bit because the sun is...
The sun, I was just going to say that, actually. We were getting rays of sunlight across you. All right. So you're quite lucky. You had your training and you've been involved in productions in LA. Okay. Yeah. And also the fact that you originally come from Switzerland, you have your opportunities there as well, which makes you quite different from the majority of actors, right? Who basically come from one country and work in that country. Yeah. Even though a lot of them aspire to go to LA because that's the home of the movie industry. You know, and there's much more opportunities there for them. All right, we will wish you good luck with that. Do let us know how you carry on.
I will, yeah.
And is there any particular project, apart from this play that you're going to do in Switzerland, is there any other projects that you are looking at developing, or other people have bought some to you that you're interested in?
Yeah, we do have a couple of things in the pipeline. We have a feature rom-com that we're trying to get done, hopefully before I leave the US, if possible. And then I did think, it's funny that you say that, because the last few days I've been thinking a lot about some other projects, and I told myself that the way I did Enough is a very small crew, not a lot of characters, and it's very simple. So I'm trying to look for a way to get more of these short but deep messages done, you know?
Right.
Yes, and some other things, and things that I can do in Switzerland as well, where I don't need a big crew, you know? So yeah, I have some ideas there.
Okay. And your film Enough, has it won the best drama short with the Golden Nugget International Film Festival, our festival. Has it won any other awards, or has it been nominated in any other festivals as yet?
Not yet. What I have is I have 2 official selections, one from the Global Indie Film Fest in Glasgow, Scotland.
Oh, great.
Other one actually from the Independent Film Festival in Los Angeles, Independent Short Film Festival in LA.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
2 selections.
So, I mean, you finished the post-production on it this year in 2020, yeah?
Yeah. I finished it. It must have been October, I would say.
October, which is only 3 months away. 3 months away. Okay, good. All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Of course,
we appreciate it very much, and I hope the people who watch this will get something out of it. Maybe not just the way it was done, but also the subject matter.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And help them to come up with some kind of idea that they can actually go ahead and film. Right. And it's because it's not the normal route. An actor stays an actor. Okay, they don't become producers or directors, but maybe later on in their careers. And you've decided to do it right away, and
Yeah.
that's because it's easier. It's easier because you have the technology is much cheaper.
That's true, yeah.
You know,
And I like doing it. I enjoy doing and acting so much that I'm just gonna do it myself. I'm not gonna wait for anybody to cast me, you know.
exactly, exactly. I mean, that's a very good work ethic because you've got to be producing content,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
right? It's no use talking about it and you don't do anything. Otherwise, you're not going to get recognized, you're not going to get known. And
Of course.
it doesn't matter that you can't please, there's a saying, you can't please all the people all the time, but you can please some of the people some of the time. You
Of course.
know, you're always going to get critics, people who don't like your work, and so forth. And it's just part of the parcel and package of the industry that we're in.
That's
You
exactly
know,
what it is, you know. Don't go out and please everybody. Just start by pleasing yourself and do what you love, and everything else will come together.
exactly. I mean, that's a good thought to leave our audience with. Okay,
Yeah.
so thank you once again, and take care and bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.